back to the show. Well, 14 years ago was our next guest's first visit on our show, and the last time we were with him on television was 9 years ago. And
what
Marc
did you
Smith,
say to us?
It has been far too long.
It has, but I'm happy that that we've broken the curse and I'm back.
Well, I was going to say, I don't remember you doing anything wrong. I remember everything being right.
Maybe I just didn't do anything worthy of television.
You know what it
maybe.
was? Was it on breakfast television?
Yes.
That's why.
Yes, that's the curse.
Oh, the associate.
Yeah.
You got us fired. That's what
I
happened.
got a lot of people fired.
If anyone asks the reason I'm not on breakfast television, it's him.
Yeah.
Marc Smith is the founder of something called 30 Days Adventures.ca. Now, Marc, it says what it is in the title, but what spawned your 30 days of adventures?
Well, when we last saw each other, I left my job and created an event company, and I've been doing that for the last 8 years. And kind of the market's changed. It's happened to a lot of people, and I kind of got a little tired of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Got tired of the grind to really not have a lot of joy in my life. And so I thought, you know what? I need to shake it up a little bit. So I posted on Facebook one day, having a bit of a blah day. Tell me something to do, I'll do it. And I had 25 responses in under 2 hours. And so I'm like going,
What kind of stuff did people tell you to do?
Oh, well, actually, a lot of them have been things that I've done during 30 days. So I thought I have a great idea. I'm going to shut the business down, and I'm going to post a blog, and I'm going to do things that I've never done before.
You told us you used the term career cleanse.
Yeah.
Which I love. It's just such a neat idea. Plus, living in a place, you hear it all the time, but you get used to living here. You forget about all the things that are available to do when you just live your life in your everyday. In
23 years I've been here, and 90% of the adventures I did, I've never done before.
So the 30 days after this, are you going to re-enter the workforce? Are you taking the 30 days on tour? What are you doing?
I'm for hire. Anybody? Hello? Yes, no, absolutely. I'm really, really open. I mean, that's kind of my thing, is that I take the ingredients that I'm given from the universe and I throw them up, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm certainly open to going back into to the right company. But I would love to take 30 days across the country.
I was going to say, I saw it floated as a 30-day Canadian adventure and a 30-day world adventure.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the things that you could do in 30 days? I mean, and I guess that's the beauty of this, and we're going to see some of the stuff, but just, you don't realize how long a stretch of time 30 days is when you pack it in.
Did you do one every single day?
I did one every single day, and let me tell you, at 43 years old, it's not easy.
Okay, well, let's have a look at some of your adventures. I wouldn't think a cemetery is where somebody would go and have an adventure, but what happens at Mountain View?
It should have been my 31st adventure, actually.
I believe in Canada it's pronounced cemetery.
Cemetery.
There you go, symmetry.
Mountain View Cemetery. What did you do there?
That was amazing, actually. My friend Robin, when she heard what I was doing, she was actually one of the first people. And here is Chris Matheson, and what he's doing is he's giving a guided tour through the cemetery. But what he's doing is he's picking people that are buried in the cemetery and actually relating a historical story and and kind of storytelling about Vancouver based on the people that are actually in the cemetery.
I've seen this done, and I've actually gone on a tour in England where they do this, and it's such an interesting personal connection to history.
Absolutely.
You get an idea of the times in which the people that you're seeing around there, and sort of honoring the region and the person and history all at the same time.
Well, and people assume that Vancouver is a very young city, Canada's a young country, and that we don't have a lot of really great history, when it's actually not the case. I mean, and that tour was fantastic. I mean, that's a Chinese or an Asian sort of pagoda that a lot of people go to and do some ceremonies
and a great
and
connection to the deep history of.
And this particular tour focused on our food history. So we talked about butchers, brewers, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, a lot of them. The farmlands. I'm a big golfer. I discovered that McCleary Park, or golf course in the southern Vancouver is actually named after the McClearys that had massive farm tracts in that lower region.
Part of it.
And that was part of it.
Southlands area down there.
Okay, let's talk about Fraser River to Pitt Lake.
Yes, this was awesome. Now, the Fraser's a working river. A lot of people don't realize that there's actually a tour that you can do. It's got two pickup locations in New Westminster and then off the airport in Pitt Meadows. And so we went on a 32-foot catamaran up the Fraser River. Our guide, Ulrich, I don't think we have a photo of him, but he actually gave us this really great history lesson, again, of the Fraser River.
And beautiful scenery, too.
Beautiful. Up into Pitt Lake, which is the second largest tidal lake in the world.
I love the variety of things, because some of them are obvious touristy things that everybody would sort of think of if they had someone coming to town. But the first two we've done, easily accessible, really affordable.
Both under
really
$100.
Cool.
So how about the wineries of Langley? I didn't even know this.
Oh yeah, there's some good ones out there.
A day is not enough time. This is at Vista d'Oro,
That
which
looks
was
gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's an old farm. It's an old dairy farm that now they've actually converted it to a winery. They've got some really fantastic stuff. Their preserves are amazing. Yeah. This is Rebecca, Miss 604, and I in Neck of the Woods. And this was really fantastic because they actually do a champagne. Was it hard to convince
Rebecca to come along with you on the wine tasting?
It was actually her idea.
Ah, yeah.
It was her idea. It was so much fun to spend an entire. I mean, we're friends, and we spent an entire day together, so it was really, really a blast.
Well, it's a beautiful area that a lot of people, especially if they live in the urban center of Vancouver, don't get out there and really appreciate being able to hear the birds and the country and just get a.
We saw barn owls at Vista d'Oro, and so unfortunately they move so fast. So it's me with my little iPhone just snapping a photo.
Okay, let's talk about UBC. Everybody knows that it's a gorgeous campus. What is there to do out there?
Well, it's a lot more than studying in Wreck Beach, that's for sure. This is the BD Biodiversity Museum. It's been open for 2 years, and this actually houses all of the, I don't want to call them samples, but all the stuff that all the university departments use in their studies. And so it's really amazing.
My kids love this place.
That blue whale is fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, you get an idea of the size, right?
And this is the Tobey Memorial Garden?
Yes, and this is a little piece of zen, right? Actually, it's just off of the drive towards Wreck Beach. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. There's koi. There's little ducklings.
We're spoiled with that campus. It's gorgeous.
Fantastic.
And last but certainly not least from UBC, the Canopy Walkway.
Oh yes, that was great. So you go to UBC Botanical Garden, and for an extra $10, you can do the Canopy Walk, which is like a little suspension bridge, but it's actually very green. It doesn't hurt the trees. It's it's
scary.
And it's I think it goes up to 60 feet above the ground floor.
Part of what you hear when people go on walks and stuff like that through either parks or old growth forests, as you get into more isolated areas of BC, you can do a lot of damage just with your feet on the root structure and all this kind of stuff. So it's a great way to avoid it.
Okay, let's move on to Monkito. This is the one that you did with my girlfriend Isla, and she told me that it was fun and scary.
Yeah, so here I am like Tarzan roping,
yeah, you are.
Yeah, and let me tell you, that was a really manly yell that I was screaming across there. Yeah. Yeah, I think I declared undying love for someone on that screen.
So where is this?
That's in Maple Ridge at Wild Play, and here I actually fell into I zipped into this netting backwards.
Good job.
But I survived, and with about 24 bruises all over me. But
unbelievable. And you do these crazy little walks and all that kind of stuff.
It's not graceful looking, but that's kind of what you have to do.
Hot.
Yeah.
Okay, last we have to get to the video that's on your shirt.
The fly zone.
Looks really fun.
That was amazing. 2 minutes of really just flying up there in the air and letting it all go. And that's what, there's my dimples.
Like a little chipmunk.
You never had dimples before.
No, it's honestly, this was so exciting, and this inspired me to. I need to do some skydiving, and I need to.
Well, Mark, 30-day adventures. I want to see 30 more. This sounds like fun. Mark is for hire, by the way, and Michael and I would like to endorse him because we've worked with him many times in the past. Good to see you.
We should go on one of your adventures.
Yeah,
with you.
I would love to. Do you guys want to go jet skiing?
Yes.
Okay, we could do it. We could totally.
Let's do
it. On these 30 days, people came with me. It wasn't just me.
Did you see me just get scared? I am scared of everything.
No.
You are scared of everything. We can do kiteboarding too. That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be fun.
Okay,
I'll do that.
To check out all of Marc's adventures and upcoming events, make sure to visit his website. Very easy, 30dayadventures.ca. Check it out. It is very inspiring.
Hey,
we're going to take a break.